The very thing most fans hate about young Sheldon is what makes The Big Bang Theory an even better watch. In the world of television, spin-offs often take on a life of their own, carving out distinct identities and fan bases. One spin-off that stands out, despite mixed reviews, is Young Sheldon. This show, a prequel to the wildly successful The Big Bang Theory, has garnered both admiration and criticism since its inception. While it may have its charms, there is a pervasive sentiment among many fans of The Big Bang Theory that the very qualities young Sheldon emphasizes are the ones that make its predecessor even more delightful to watch. Young Sheldon centers around a young version of Sheldon Cooper, the eccentric and socially awkward genius that audiences came to love in The Big Bang Theory. Set in East Texas, the show explores Sheldon's formative years as he navigates the complexities of growing up a child prodigy in a world that doesn't quite understand him. While it has its merits, most notably a strong performance by Ian Armitage as the titular character, it misses the core dynamics that made The Big Bang Theory a hit. And herein lies the paradox. The very thing that fans dislike about young Sheldon is precisely what enhances the appeal of The Big Bang Theory. This argument centers around the importance of character evolution, narrative complexity, and the interplay between humor and relationships. 1. The charm of adult Sheldon versus young Sheldon's growing pains. The character of Sheldon Cooper is undeniably one of the most iconic figures in modern sitcom history. His quirks, sharp intellect, and obliviousness to social conventions made him a standout in The Big Bang Theory. What made Sheldon so endearing was not just his genius, but the way his character evolved over time. In the beginning, Sheldon was an arrogant, self-centered individual whose interactions with others were largely transactional. However, over the course of the series, Sheldon learned, albeit awkwardly, how to form lasting relationships. His development was slow but impactful, especially with his friends, and particularly with Amy Farrah Fowler, who became a focal point in his emotional growth. Young Sheldon, by contrast, showcases a much younger, less developed Sheldon, one still in the process of becoming the adult who will later charm viewers with his quirks. This portrayal makes it difficult for fans of The Big Bang Theory to see Sheldon in the same light. The young Sheldon is brash, much more juvenile, and sometimes less interesting in his isolated genius. The growth and vulnerability that Sheldon eventually displays in The Big Bang Theory are simply not there yet in young Sheldon. What's missing is the intricate balance of humor and emotional depth that becomes such a central part of The Big Bang Theory as Sheldon learns to navigate the world around him. This shift toward showcasing a Sheldon who is still growing detracts from the reason The Big Bang Theory became so beloved. The Big Bang Theory found the sweet spot between humor and humanity. Watching Sheldon's eccentricities clash with the more normal world around him was hilarious, but his slow transformation into a more empathetic and emotionally intelligent person added a layer of warmth that wasn't easily found in the younger version. In other words, while young Sheldon offers glimpses of the Sheldon we know and love, it cannot recreate the transformative arc that makes his later interactions with others in The Big Bang Theory so satisfying. 2. The absence of the ensemble cast. Another aspect that makes The Big Bang Theory such a compelling watch is its ensemble cast. While Sheldon is the focal point, the show truly shines because of the other characters who balance his eccentricity. Leonard, Penny, Howard, Raj, Amy, and Bernadette all add unique layers to the show's chemistry. This ensemble creates a dynamic interplay of personalities that keeps the humor fresh and the emotional stakes high. Whether it's Leonard's gentle nature, Penny's sarcasm, or Amy's neuroticism, each character serves as an important counterpoint to Sheldon's oddities. In contrast, young Sheldon is primarily Sheldon's show. While the supporting characters, such as Sheldon's family, provide some warmth, the show lacks the kind of rich, diverse relationships that The Big Bang Theory thrives on. This lack of variety in personalities limits the comedic opportunities and the show's emotional depth. While Mary Cooper, Sheldon's mother, is a strong presence, her relationship with Sheldon doesn't offer the same kind of dynamic comedy that the group in The Big Bang Theory offers. The absence of such an ensemble makes young Sheldon feel somewhat one-dimensional, particularly for those fans who are used to the well-rounded interactions of The Big Bang Theory. The brilliance of The Big Bang Theory lay in how its characters complemented each other. Sheldon's overconfidence often clashed with Leonard's insecurities, while Howard's bravado was tested by his relationship with Bernadette. Raj's struggle with social interactions provided a humorous contrast to the others' more established relationships. Without this ensemble, young Sheldon feels like a limited exploration of Sheldon's early life, rather than a rich tapestry of interactions. 3. The emotional resonance of relationships. One of the key reasons The Big Bang Theory resonated with audiences for so long is the emotional evolution of its characters, particularly Sheldon. Over the course of 12 seasons, viewers saw Sheldon not only grow intellectually, but also emotionally. His relationship with Amy Farrah Fowler was one of the most endearing elements of the show, offering both humor and genuine tenderness. While Sheldon's evolution into someone capable of deep love and empathy was slow, it was also incredibly rewarding to watch. Young Sheldon, by its nature, cannot offer the same type of emotional payoff. Because it is set in Sheldon's early years, the show focuses on his relationship with his family, particularly his parents and his brother and twin sister. However, the emotional stakes in young Sheldon are far less compelling. While Sheldon's interactions with his family provide some touching moments, they don't carry the same weight as the relationships he forms with his friends and his romantic partner in The Big Bang Theory. The absence of adult relationships, especially romantic ones, makes young Sheldon feel more like a simple character study rather than an exploration of the complexities of human interaction. By focusing on Sheldon as a child, young Sheldon sidesteps the messy, often difficult but deeply human nature of relationships. This is a significant aspect of what makes The Big Bang Theory so engaging. The humor often stemmed from the awkwardness and struggles of adult relationships, whether they were romantic, platonic, or familial. Watching Sheldon and Amy navigate their quirky courtship and eventual marriage was far more emotionally engaging because it was grounded in years of character development. 4. The humor in The Big Bang Theory's adult themes. Another important factor in the appeal of The Big Bang Theory is its ability to explore adult themes through humor. The show tackled topics such as career struggles, love, marriage, and family dynamics, all while retaining its signature wit and charm. The characters grew not only intellectually, but also in their personal lives, and this development was often reflected in the humor. In contrast, young Sheldon largely steers clear of the adult themes that made The Big Bang Theory relatable to a wide range of viewers. The humor in young Sheldon is often centered around Sheldon's childhood experiences, his intelligence, his family's bewilderment, and the challenges of being a gifted child in a world that doesn't understand him. While this premise offers some opportunities for comedy, it lacks the depth and range of adult life that The Big Bang Theory was able to tap into so effectively. Conclusion. While young Sheldon has carved out its own identity and amassed its own fan base, it is clear that the very things fans criticize about the show, its focus on a young Sheldon, its lack of an ensemble cast, and its limited emotional complexity, are what make The Big Bang Theory a richer, more satisfying watch. The character evolution, the interplay of relationships, and the sophisticated humor that spans across personal and intellectual growth all contribute to making The Big Bang Theory an enduring classic. In short, the limitations of young Sheldon only highlight how The Big Bang Theory was able to masterfully balance its quirky characters with deep emotional resonance, making it a show that remains relevant and beloved years after its conclusion.